All right, hello and welcome to ICS 101 Intercultural Studies. My name is Dr. Kalman Andrassy, and I will be leading this course. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be doing in this course before we dive right into the materials themselves. So first, a little bit about myself. I have my undergraduate degree um, in political science with an emphasis in international relations. I have master's degrees in both applied sociology as well as public administration. And my doctorate is in public administration, with my dissertation focusing on deploying geopolitical analysts to the countries about which they were reporting, and how to deal with the culture shock and other issues that may arise from those kinds of activities. Okay, so this class focuses on the influences of culture on our everyday lives, and how it is tied to and um, and affects our interpersonal communication. And the material is going to be based largely on the textbook Communication Between Cultures. Let me go ahead and bring that up here. Let's go ahead and share that. There we go. Communication Between Cultures. We're going to be mostly focusing on the 9th edition, although the 10th edition is indeed slated to come out relatively soon. So if I do get any material and information from that edition, I'll be incorporating that as well. So it is by Larry Samovar, Richard Porter, Edwin McDaniel, and Carolyn Roy, and available through Cengage Learning. I highly recommend this text in general for learning about these concepts and these topics. It's very good at what it does. Okay, so moving away from that, I'll stop screen sharing here for a second. Basically, our world, conceptually and otherwise, has been shrinking since the advent of the internet. So cultures, nations, economies, really the very countries that we live in, that we see as independent and sovereign entities, are now undoubtedly being impacted by events and other countries and cultures that are different from our own, right? So this leads to both opportunities for us to engage with other cultures, as well as introduces some new challenges moving forward as we live our lives in the 21st century, right? So this course is ultimately about becoming aware of and understanding other cultures, as well as, to some extent, coming to better understand and becoming aware of our own cultural backgrounds and how they influence how we live and how we communicate with other people. Okay? It also exists to be aware of where problems and culture clashes may arise, in our heterogeneous social interactions or our business situations. And the idea there is to take in an effort to make life a little less unpleasant and open the doors to some harmonious interaction that benefits everybody that's involved. Okay, so come along as we discuss some of the major elements in the field of intercultural studies. This is going to include introducing intercultural communication as both a reality and really a requirement in our global society. We're going to look at communication and culture. We're going to look at the deep structure of culture, particularly by looking at how the family influences our cultural realities. We're going to look at worldviews and paradigms about the way the world works, including those on the concepts of life and death. We're going to examine cultural history, cultural values, and cultural identity, as well as in communication, verbal messages, nonverbal communication, and intercultural communication in various industries. And then we're going to kind of cap the class off by looking at how we can manage cultural differences in our day-to-day lives as well as in our professional careers. So I hope that everybody will find this class both fascinating and get quite a bit out of it in terms of offering and framing a different perspective, perhaps, to what they might be familiar with living at home, and seeing just the extent to which different cultures have made a tremendous impact on global affairs, as well as the day-to-day lives that we have living at home wherever our country or city of origin may be.